Someone asks what you're doing for your birthday, and you shrug. Nothing really, probably just a normal day. You mean it. You've turned down the dinner reservation, deflected the let's do something big, told your friends not to make a fuss. Somewhere on your phone, a group chat is trying to plan a surprise for you. You've already half guessed it, and part of you is hoping they scale it down. When the day arrives, you go to work like normal. You answer emails like normal. Maybe you let one person take you to lunch, and you spend most of it steering the conversation away from you. To everyone watching, it looks like you just don't care about your own birthday. Low-key, nothing to see here. But there's a moment nobody else clocks, right before the happy birthday starts, right as the room turns toward you. Something in you flinches, before you even decide how to react. That flinch is the case, not the shrug. The flinch underneath it.
The story people land on is easy. You're modest, low maintenance. Maybe you just don't like birthdays, and everyone moves on, filed under personality quirk. Here's the reframe. Shrinking your own birthday down isn't a quirk you were born with. It's a defense your mind built, brick by brick, and it's been running for years, because at some point, being the center of attention stopped feeling like warmth and started feeling like exposure. Nobody chooses that trait on purpose. It gets installed. And once it's installed, it runs automatically, every single year, whether you want it to or not. This isn't a glitch in you. It's code that's been running for a very long reason.
I'm Cody, and today we're decoding why some people treat their own birthday like it's nothing. Let's open the case file. We're not here to tell you to just let people celebrate you. That advice has never worked on anyone, or you'd have already taken it. We're going to trace the wiring underneath. 3 clues that explain why the spotlight can feel like a threat instead of a gift, and why downgrading the day is doing something for you, even when it doesn't feel that way from the inside.
Clue 1 starts with an uncomfortable fact. Being watched is never neutral for your brain. Picture the exact second the restaurant table goes quiet and turns toward you with a cake. For one beat, you stop being the person looking around the room, and you become the thing everyone else is looking at. Psychologists call this objective self-awareness. Your attention flips from the world onto yourself, and suddenly your own face, your own voice, your own hands feel like they're on loan. Every laugh at the table gets silently checked against you.
Evolutionarily, this isn't random static. For most of human history, being singled out by the group carried real weight in both directions. Attention could mean status and safety. It could just as easily mean scrutiny, comparison, or a judgment you never asked for. Your nervous system never fully learned to tell those two apart. It just registers all eyes here and quietly flips a switch, threat detection online. When a room turns toward you and sings, some part of your wiring reads it less like affection and more like an alarm going off, a tripwire built for one message. You are now being evaluated.
Your smile is completely real. Your shoulders climbing toward your ears is also completely real. Both are happening in the same second, for the same reason. That's not you being ungrateful for the cake. That's an old threat system doing its one job a little too well in a moment that was never dangerous. You know the physical version of this even if you've never named it. Someone starts recording on their phone right as the singing starts, and your first instinct is enjoy. It's a fast internal count of how many seconds until you can look away, until the phone comes down, until the room's attention drifts back onto someone else. Your hands don't know where to go. You laugh a half second too late, on cue, because part of you is still monitoring the room instead of just being in it. This is the spotlight threat doing its job in real time, not ruining the moment, just making it cost more than it looks like from the outside.
Clue 2 is about what happens days before your birthday even arrives, the quiet negotiation you run with yourself in advance. Some people manage expectations by hoping for the best. Others do something closer to the opposite. They lower the bar first on purpose, so nothing can fall short of it later. Psychologists call this defensive pessimism, deliberately expecting less so the anxiety gets channeled into quiet preparation instead of catching you off guard. Maybe one year the plans fell through at the last minute, or someone important forgot.
Maybe the celebration felt more obligatory than real, everyone going through motions nobody felt. Your mind doesn't file that away as one unlucky year. It files it as a pattern worth guarding against, permanently.
The next year, you get there first. You call it just a normal day before anyone else has the chance to call it a letdown. If nothing was ever supposed to happen, nothing that happens can go wrong. From the outside, that reads as indifference. From the inside, it's closer to armor, built by an old disappointment and still standing guard on a night that never actually threatened you. Notice how specific the shield gets too. You'll happily let people make a big deal out of their birthday. You'll show up, you'll mean every word of it. It's only your own day where you reach for the low bar first. That's not a coincidence. It's proof the shield was built for one very particular kind of disappointment, the kind that lands on you.
Clue 3 goes back further to how you first learned attention worked at all. For some people, growing up, being noticed came with conditions attached to it. Attention showed up when you achieved something, helped someone, stayed easy to manage. Warmth wasn't unconditional. It had to be earned, over and over, in small, invisible transactions no one ever named out loud. A birthday breaks that entire rule. It's one day a year where people are supposed to celebrate you simply for existing. No achievement required, nothing to earn first. And if your system was trained on conditional worth, unconditional attention doesn't land as comfort.
It lands as suspicious, undeserved, something that could be taken back the moment someone notices you haven't done anything to deserve it. You deflect it yourself, on purpose, before anyone else gets the chance to. Think about the last time someone complimented you out of nowhere, with nothing behind it. No ask, no angle, just a genuine, "you're great." If your first move was to deflect it, joke it away, or immediately find something to compliment back so the ledger felt even again, that's the same wiring. A birthday is just that moment stretched across an entire day, with nowhere left to hide from it.
Put the 3 clues together, and shrinking your birthday down was never about not caring. It was your mind managing a spotlight it never learned to trust, guarding against a letdown it's already seen happen once, and protecting a sense of worth it was never fully convinced was safe to receive without conditions attached. You don't have to force yourself into loving the spotlight to prove anything to anyone. But the flinch is worth naming for what it is, an old alarm that's still a little too sensitive, still going off in a room that was never a threat, not proof you don't deserve the day.
The people trying to celebrate you aren't wrong for trying, and you're not broken for wanting to duck it. Both of those things came from somewhere real, and neither one cancels the other out. Next time the day comes around, you don't have to fake enthusiasm you don't feel, but you might let one person get a little closer than usual. One dinner you don't downgrade, one compliment you let land without immediately deflecting it. Not because the day suddenly needs to be bigger, just to see what happens when the alarm doesn't go off for once.
So here's the question for the comments. When your birthday comes around, do you lean into it? Or do you catch yourself quietly making it smaller before anyone else can? And if you do shrink it, which clue felt the most like you? The spotlight, the shield, or the worth? If this case felt familiar, there are more like it here. Subscribe for more cases to decode. Case closed for now. I'm Cody.